This short video will describe the design and purpose of the EMÜD virtual world and research project. EMÜD is an online game and virtual world designed as part of the University of Manitoba research project, headed by Dr. Roberta Woodgate. This research project creates a proactive approach to understand the ongoing emotional and physical distress suffered by children who have cancer. Following the research of Dr. Woodgate, the EMÜD game and environment is designed to provide a solution to engage children at a fundamental level, so as to non-invasively ask them about their current physical and emotional condition, expressed in the form of feeling states. In addition to expressing their own feeling states through words, children will be able to share their experiences through other outlets provided by the EMÜD world, including writing journal entries and stories, drawing images, creating music, and many other outlets. EMÜD also provides a fun and safe virtual environment for children to explore, where they can speak with exotic characters and solve challenging puzzles to progress through a sweeping storyline that spans over 7 fantastic imaginary lands. EMÜD encourages children to communicate and help each other through the various challenges set throughout its virtual world, creating a positive environment of sharing, supporting, and understanding during this very difficult time. Over the course of this video, you will learn how and why the world of EMÜD has been designed, and discover why it represents a positive and effective new approach to researching the emotional and physical pain and distress of children suffering from cancer. The imaginary world of EMÜD is called Terra, and is divided into 7 unique lands, each of which provides an exotic new locale to explore. The world of Terra was once a rich and vibrant place, full of creatures and life of all kind. The people were happy and at peace, and they believed in 7 noble virtues that created all the balance. But then, without warning, and with no one realizing, a dark force cast its shadow across the land. At first, there was no sign that anything was truly wrong. The sun still shone, and the grass still grew a lush green. But slowly, the land started to get sick. The leaves shriveled up on the trees, and the beautiful greens and browns of the forest of Terra faded into somber grays and blues. In each land of Terra, there were built 7 illustrious shrines to the 7 noble virtues of the lands, each embodying a different fundamental principle that the people valued. Slowly but surely, those principles began to fade away as the shadow crept across the land, so that even the thoughts and actions of the people began to slowly corrupt itself. The people turned away from the great virtue of understanding and were swept up in confusion. The noble virtue of valor swept away to fear and insecurity. The values of good health and well-being fell to sickness. The principles of hard work that built the great cities of Terra fell to weariness. The feelings of gentleness and calmness among the people turned to annoyance and anger. The ability of the people to persevere fell away against pain and anguish. And lastly, the final land of Terra, called Gaius, a land embodying the hope of the entire world, began to fall away. The player begins EMÜD by traveling to the last remaining land of hope, and must work to reclaim the virtues of the world of Terra, and fight against the shadow that has corrupted it. As you might have guessed by this description, the story of EMÜD has been written to create a symbolic link between the fantasy world and the real-world conflict and challenge the child themselves now face in dealing with cancer. In EMÜD, as in the real world, the child must learn to have hope and be brave, work hard and do what they can to remain healthy, including learning about their sickness, and they must learn to persevere against the pain and the anguish they may have to go through in their actual treatment. It is worth noting that the design of the EMÜD world and characters are directly inspired by drawings and designs brainstormed by children. Extensive focus groups were conducted with children to determine what sort of imaginary virtual world and characters they would most be interested in exploring, and all of this research has been worked into the final product. In this way, EMÜD is both designed by children for children. Another interesting feature of EMÜD is avatar customization. When a child begins the game, they can create the look of their own avatar. They can customize their hairstyle, hair color, eye color, skin color, and their clothing design and color. At the beginning of the game, the child will only have a few options to choose from. However, over the course of the game, they will be able to collect a wide range of different clothing and style options. In this way, the child player will have complete control over the look of their in-game character, empowering them to make their own choices about how they want to look in the imaginary world. As the children follow the storyline of EMÜD, they will be challenged to solve several fun puzzle games themed around restoring the life and energy to the world of Terra. When the child first comes into the world of Terra, they will discover that the lands have been slowly falling to pieces due to the corruption of the Shadow. One of the first things they will learn to do in the game is to reconnect the pieces of the world back together by solving a pattern-matching puzzle. There are many different types of puzzles scattered throughout the game. Each is designed to challenge the child in different ways as they try to restore the land with life and energy. Although some children may have trouble solving puzzles on their own, they can always ask their friends who are logged into the EMÜD world for help in solving them. This brings us to one of the other great advantages of EMÜD. Now we will talk a little bit about the feeling state system of EMÜD. Feeling states are the basis for the research into cancer care for children conducted by Dr. Roberta Woodgate. EMÜD is built to organically prompt the children over the course of playing the game for their feelings. The feelings are built into a simple set of templates that are easy to grasp. Children are asked if they are feeling good, or if they feel cranky, if they feel hurt, if they feel sick, if they feel wiped out, or if they are afraid, or can say that they just don't know what they feel. Alternatively, they can type their own unique feeling state for what they feel. In all cases, the child can elaborate by typing more about what they feel. They are also encouraged to indicate the degree of how they feel. So for example, if they are afraid, are they only a little bit afraid, or a lot? Over the course of the game, the child is periodically and non-invasively prompted to indicate how they feel, and if their feeling state has changed. The dates, times, degrees, and nature of the feeling state information is then stored securely in the EMÜD database for use by the researcher for future study. The researcher can examine the feeling state history of each child at any time over the course of their playing with EMÜD, and have a sense of how their feeling states have changed. It is worth noting that feeling states have absolutely no effect on the outcome of the world or the game itself, but is rather the results produced by the game for the researcher. EMÜD is full of activities that children can participate in both to share with others in the world. The activities are meant to help children deal with the different ways of feeling and promote an improved feeling of well-being in them during and after interaction with activities. Children are encouraged and rewarded to participate in these creative activities as a way of contributing to the culture of the world and clearing away the shadow that is corrupting it. The Tree of Creation is where children can go to draw. The drawing center at the tree lets children work on their own drawings, save them, and then share them with children in the game. The Hall of Tales encourages children to collect their thoughts and stories. Players can keep a journal, just write notes, or spend a lot of time to write their own stories. The game allows the child to save their story and share it with others in the game, and even make positive comments on stories written by other players. The Cave of Songs is where children will be able to go and create their own music. Each land of Terra will have its own cave, and each contains a new instrument that the child can play to create their own song. As with the other activities, music can be shared with other players, so that everyone can listen to the different creations of their friends. Beyond these areas, other new activity sites are being planned for EMÜD that will allow the children to express themselves in different ways and deal with the different ways of feeling. These include a Making It Better and Taking Care of Virtual Pets site. Information of the dates, times, and type and content of the activities that each child engages in is stored securely in the EMÜD database for use by the researcher for future study. The researcher can examine the feeling state and activity history of each child and have a sense of how the activities may have changed the feeling states. Although this has been touched on already, EMÜD is a secure online virtual world that supports multiple simultaneous users. If children want to visit the world alone, they can. And in that case, they will only be able to talk to the computer-controlled characters. However, logging onto the community server allows the child to explore EMÜD with other kids like them. They can chat together, share drawings, share stories, and even help each other with other puzzles and challenges set throughout the world. In this way, EMÜD is not only a project for research, but also a platform for communication and sharing. To conclude, EMÜD has been developed to enhance the concept of feeling states, to allow children the opportunity to assess and express their feeling states, and carry out therapeutic actions to deal with their feeling states. Additionally, EMÜD facilitates the gathering of information over time on children's activities and thus serves as an assessment tool. EMÜD is significant and of value to improving the mental health and well-being of children, as it will afford children the opportunity to communicate and cope with their different ways of feeling in an environment that promotes creativity, control, and a sense of accomplishment. While EMÜD was created for children with cancer, EMÜD is so developed so that it could be used by children experiencing other challenging and stressful life events. For more details, please visit emud.ca. or contact Dr. Roberta Woodgate at roberta_woodgate@umanitoba.ca.